Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Business Elite Plus. And yay, we are finally on the graphics card, the new one. It's not improved frames massively, I will say. Again, I'm recording this at 60 frames per second, so it's not going to be amazing, but if I press F3 for example, you can see around 70 to 80 to 90-ish, which is good-ish. I mean, it's better than we were having. One of the actual main problems I noticed, I was getting a lot of lag due to the slimes that were around here. So I basically went and tried to make a magnum torch, which stops mobs within a 50 by 50 radius spawning. I think it's 50 by 50. I think, yeah, it might be 50, it might be 64 block radius from, so 64 that way, 64 that way, 64 that way, 64 that way from spawning. So that seems to have helped out quite a lot, and up here is fairly good. Also, I will preface this episode with the people next door. I think it's next door, might be a few houses up, are being currently the loudest people in the universe. Like, I've been sat here, for example, it is 9:26 p.m. I'm starting to record this. They've been doing this, they've been, I had this music, I think it's drums, it is drums, yeah, and multiple other instruments, be playing very loud. Like, I have my headphones on, and I can hear them, since probably about 3 o'clock, so 6 hours. And yeah, so if you can hear that, I'm sorry. Hopefully you can't. Like, it shouldn't be loud enough where you can hear it, but if you can, that's kind of, if you hear anything in the background, that'll be what that is. But yeah, it took me a while to actually work out what we were going to do this episode, so I went to another Aether battle, so you may notice from my my inventory we have a Flux Infused Pickaxe, which has efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3, and Silk Touch 1. I don't know why I put Unbreaking 3 on it, I just kind of did. But it doesn't work. It doesn't work with that, so I had to use a diamond pickaxe. I think it was a diamond pickaxe. It might have been a zanite pickaxe. I can't remember. But yeah, that didn't work, and it's kind of annoying. But what we're going to be doing today is, since I have so many spawners, like if I go in here, look up spawner, we have 8 sentries, 8 battle sentries, 4 sentry golems, 6 tracking golem, 1 blaze. Blaze I got from the nether, obviously. And was planning to use anyway because we need blaze rods quite a lot. I've been using minechem to mainly get them. Which is not really something we can do a lot of. Hello, zombie pigman. I'm sorry, you can't exist. Yes, but yeah, we are going to be putting this thing to use. Now, originally I built this to work for the Enderman, but then Enderman can teleport away, so that's kind of a pain. So instead, what we're going to try and do is do it with a witch instead. So a witch is what I have. I found one that's pretty easy, actually. There were a few spawning outside the base. Now, the witch is going to be nice because it actually gives a drop of redstone, which is quite nice, as well as a few other things that we can maybe put to use as well. Not sure how, but I suppose in some way we will. But yeah, we need some conveyors. So we can either make 8, we need to make conveyor belts like this, which require track, iron ingots, and 2 iron ingots and redstone for 8, or I've decided the conveyor belt is probably the better option. These do have an animation which might slow down the frame rate a bit, but yeah, it's 3 rubber bars, 2 redstone, and 1 iron per 16. So I've gone and put together a few rubber. I'm actually just going to get, 3 stacks maybe? Might have to get more later. But the reason we're doing this is because we're going to have the witches spawning above here. So we want to have them going into... Whoa, these are already dropping my frame rate a bit, as you might be able to tell. That might just be from placing them. But yeah, I've actually had a few issues with this mod pack, even with this new graphics card. I actually had a mechanism bug the other day, which was a bit of a pain. I was having an error every, I think it was probably every tick with the speed it was going on the console, but it was basically trying to do a sound from mechanism machines. Every single tick it was trying to do it, and it just wouldn't. I don't know why, but it caused an insane amount of lag. I've actually had to disable sounds in the config files. I updated mechanism, all these separate little things. We're not gonna have enough, are we? I was gonna say inventory tweaks isn't working, but I don't think we have inventory tweaks. No, we don't. That's another thing I need to do. Yeah, we're gonna go and do this, and what this should do is basically the witches will spawn, and they'll all get basically conveyed conveyor belted into this hole here, and then we're going to have probably, I don't know if we can dig this one lower. Yeah, we can, I suppose. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to have 8 autonomous activators, and I'm going to attempt to make basically they're unbreakable scythes with looting 3. So they won't do a lot of damage, but there'll be 8 of them hitting every mob at a time. They'll all be trying to hit the mobs or the witches, which should kill them. Like I've done this before, mainly in testing worlds. But yeah, the only oh god. So you know it should be fine. The only problem is going to be getting the obsidian, which as it's the only problem. Yeah, a problem I've easily fixed, because if I come over here, for example, over here we have a transfer node of liquid, so infinite water from here, and we have a hardened fluid duct with lava in it from a lava fabricator set up to the tesseracts, going into an igneous extruder with these augments in it, so they can make up to 16 obsidian at a time. And it's not actually making 16 at a time. I think it basically can use this amount of lava, but it also uses less lava and less water overall. Doesn't really matter too much because we have infinite both, but you know, wherever we can save, it's nice to save, so that's great. But yeah, we're just gonna spam this essentially. God damn it! I need to install inventory tweaks. Mental note is we need to install that mod. Inventory tweaks. But yeah, you know, as I said, I did go to the Aether, got some cool other legendary arm. I think, well, I would assume it's legendary. Oh, it's Phoenix. Yeah, we got some Phoenix. I think it was Phoenix leggings, which is pretty cool. Which are fire resistance. Oh god. I'm having a little look on the console. Don't know why it's doing. Actually, I just do want to check one setting quickly. No, I wanted to check that it wasn't auto-saving every 2 seconds, which is like a default setting, but it lags incredibly. Like it says default when you select it, but if you were to do it, it would like be auto-saving the world every 2 seconds, and basically your hard drive's writing speed would be very, very used. But yeah, we need to go get. That totally makes sense. We're just gonna get like a few bits of cobble or something. I actually found out cobble. I have like 1 million in here, and I found it's all stored like in the shiny ore deep storage unit. Bit of ore, eh? But we also need a tesseract if we have a spare. Yeah, we do. Okay, so I actually need to set up, as I said, I need to set up the fluid transfers and such better. This is another reason we're actually getting the what am I trying to say? This is the reason that we are getting the what's the words I'm trying to think of? Redstone, that's it. Because I actually ran out of redstone, basically, because I left the export node or export thing. Let's get rid of this. But yeah, these guys should now obviously want to get rid of. I'm gonna get poison. That's great, but I have so many hearts that it's not really gonna matter. But yeah, those guys are going to be spawning. I don't think they sort of worry about the mob count, and even if there was one, that magnum torch down here is gonna make like a massive effect on it. And basically the way it works is it stops any natural spawning. However, stuff like this, which is like forced spawning, still works, which is pretty cool. How long is this poison lasting for? That's gonna be great. I'm just thinking we could probably like wait a minute. I was about to say, where's that magnet of mine? Bit lag. So the thing is, although we're doing this whole thing where we've got to where we're killing these guys, oh, they're actually taking our hearts down pretty quickly. We need to also make sure that we're killing them quickly, because we don't want them all sort of piling up and a lot of stuff happening. So I wonder if we can also use these potions of healing, because there's actually a generator. I don't know what's called. I think it's just, yeah, potion generator. And I'm not sure if we'd actually be able to use this said potion generator. I'm actually going to do that, so it's off. But I don't know if we can use this potion generator. Let's try at least with these, because that'll be pretty amusing if we could. Though I think I read something about bit of lag. Get that. I think I read something that said that these don't work with it, or something along those lines. I need to make sure I actually click the right things. Okay. So potion generator, and there's actually let's just place it on the ground. Whatever. So let's actually see. No. So these look like they don't want to work like that. Okay, so that's a bit sad. But I remember something about that kind of being said. But yeah, we're gonna have that. We need autonomous activators. So autonomous, and we're gonna need 8 of these. So if we look up tin gear, let's make 16 of those. This is why I made these gear things. Yay! We're gonna need reception coil. We're gonna need 8 of those. So let's. Yep. We're gonna need however many pistons. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we are also going to need a few oh. I wonder if I have enough chests. Yeah, I do. Okay, so 8 chests. How many pistons do we have? Oh, we have 15. Great. So yeah, that's gonna be that. Let's actually go up, kill these guys a second, if they're still here. Yeah, you are. Oh, look at all you. But yeah, we're gonna kill these guys who have just poisoned themselves. We're gonna place them here. And then there's an item I have over here which I was using. Oh, you guys. You guys. But yeah, I had an item over here where I can't remember where it is. Ah, it's over here. Okay, so I have a vacuum chest here, which is something that we have, if I remember correctly. You can make using some iron chest and the pulsating crystal, which is just pulsating iron and gets around a diamond. Pretty easy, at least for us right now. But yeah, it basically is a vacuum chest and it pulls nearby items into its inventory. So that's another thing we're going to be using. Ah, see now, this is what I'm on about. So currently in the log, the console log thing, it's got a warning that's playing like every second, or at least it was playing every second that these guys were in here, where that's they're trying to run a sound, but like, oh, I just remembered these guys require power now. Huh. Yeah. A recent thing was that these require power now. So I suppose I could just get another tesseract, a spare tesseract somewhere. Like this guy is no. Do I have it? No, what I can do, I just remembered, I just realized. If we take this guy from here, and then this guy from here. Oh. Where's that tesseract gone? I'm confused. Ah, there we go. It bugged out, looks like. But yeah, we're going to use this tesseract. Let's just get everything back here, make sure that this is going down. Yep. So that's going to use that power. Guys, and lag as well. But yeah, we're going to use this tesseract. We can just use some simple cabling. Actually, do we have any flux duct? I kind of want to use some flux duct for a bit. I don't know why. Yeah, we can maybe go some. How do we make these? Electrum. Let's make 10 of that. He uses quartz glass, doesn't matter. So yeah, that's gonna craft those. It's gonna create 12 because it creates 4 per one. Um, oh, and it's crafting, so it's macerating. And I actually found out something as well. A really good way of getting silicon, it seems to have changed recently, is this silicon here. Normally you can only get it from trading, or I can't remember the other way. Sag mill, I think. But you can now pulverize sand to get it. Yeah, it was of the sag mill as well. But yeah, you can pulverize sand and get it. It's a lot easier. So I'm gonna have to set up a recipe in here for that. So this should be made now, or not. It's crafting nether quartz dust. And where's the nether quartz dust in here? Yeah, it should just be in the pulverizer. Oh, it's because these systems are incredibly slow, I just realized. Let me just drag these back. Yeah, there we go. I just need to fix that. I really do. Oh, what does it not work? Flux. Oh, fused quartz. Oh. We make hardened glass. So lead and obsidian. I should have a few. 3, 4, and then 2 lead should be enough for that. What I'll just do is I'll do that. Just don't worry about the automatic part, because I'm going to be throwing it in here anyway, which hopefully doesn't take forever to get out of here, which it is. I don't know why. I think I might need to switch out a bit of it. But yeah, now we're just going to throw this in the fluid transposer, because I have a crap ton of stabilized redstone. I need to kind of use it all. And let's have a look. No, we don't need. But yeah, this transfers 8,000 RF. I just want to kind of use it, because I haven't yet, and I think it'd be quite cool. But what we need to then do is just we can have. So the thing is, we need to have. We need to have it being powered, but at the same. I wonder if we can have the vacuum chest there, which is going to be a pain now that it's there. But and then the tesseract on the opposite side, because my point is receiving energy. That I didn't want it to be, I need these to obviously go here and here. Now they're all doing their job, taking from the tesseract, whatever, they'll do whatever. But I want to make sure that, I suppose, yeah, it would go there anyway. So let's just do that. Yeah, it will go to this inventory. And we actually need to get an item duct and put that into another tesseract to throw in. Actually, we could throw it into an ME interface and just wire that up. Huh. Or I could just throw it into that tesseract and make items. Or the items tesseract. Do you know what? I've got a plan. Probably is going to kill this thing. Should have enough power. We're just sort of doing basic stuff now. It's like, I can't think of the word for it, but like just fixing stuff, getting stuff working now, and then we'll fix the stuff we've broken because of it. Yeah, I need to get behind here is what I need to do. And then I need to, oh, not lag. I need to steal this thing, which I don't know how. I did put a load in there. Let's just do that quickly. Throw all the witch stuff in there. Don't worry about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we could just stick with the 6. I don't really care too much. It's gonna, maybe at the rate we're gonna be making the stuff, we might need it at that. So I'd rather be safe than sorry. And we're gonna making redstone anyway. So transfer node items, add. God damn it. So doing that. And there we go. I want my pickaxe back. And then this is going to send to items and is going to send items to items. That will go to the enemy interface, hopefully. And yeah, we should all be good. So now let's do that and that. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go go steal. I say steal, it's my own stuff, I'm not really stealing it. I'm going to go get some of this obsidian, take a stack, and I'm going to make it some scythes. So we're going to make an obsidian scythe, which is reinforced, and then we're going to add obsidian plates to the obsidian scythe. I'm actually going to take a few stacks, I realised I need to make 8 of these things. That's more than a few stacks, more than the amount of stacks I wanted to add, or take. Let's take 6 stacks, whatever. Or 7. 6. And yeah, I'll go make that, and then I've got to get it up with lapis and basically make it not breakable and put lapis in it. So I will see you once I've gone and done that. Okie dokie, so finally we are back, and I have made the 8 different things. I actually found out I did it completely wrong. I made some sides made of full obsidian originally. I'm actually gonna show you. I have 8 sides which are full of obsidian. Not the way it's supposed to go. You're supposed to do an obsidian top and then paper for the rest of it. So if we go into one of these, you'll be able to see we have an obsidian scythe. It's repair material is obsidian, however its durability is infinite. This is because we've it comes with 3 for the piece of obsidian that's being used as the scythe bit, means that you get 3 reinforced properties on it, and then you can add from there 7 more, which is you actually get 7 to start off with, I think, if you use all paper, so you can just do that. Then I added no, no, but basically, you add the modifiers on. You can then add writable, which or not writable. Sorry, you add 7 more reinforced, which makes it unbreakable, and then you add fortune 3 on it. It's got 4 attack damage, but there's 8 of them. They're going to be constantly attacking as they get put in there. They even attack me. And the reason I didn't go for like flux ones is because you can't charge them while they're in the autonomous activated, so you might as well just have unbreakable ones. Otherwise, I would have probably done that and had you know, ones with quite high damage. Now, if we go and kill a few more withers, we'll actually be able to, or 8 more withers, we'll be able to add an extra modifier, which we will probably add quartz onto it. Or burning, I'm not sure. Probably quartz. But yeah, now if we do this, we will have witches spawn, and what will happen is they get put down there, they'll eventually spawn. Go on. And I think I turned their sounds off. But I'm just going to let those sort of culminate around there for now, whilst I show you some of the things I've been doing down here. So, whilst I was doing this, I got bored. I wanted to make a wireless terminal because I realized I was going to be here wanting to kill these guys, and I wanted to be able to access my stuff. So, to do that, I have to make a thing called a security terminal back here to get it linked to my thing, and also a wireless access point. So to make this, the recipe requires that you have an engineering processor and a 16K ME storage point. And I realized at that point I cannot be bothered with making those at a single time. It's a pain. So I went and used the setup. Like as you can see, I tried it up here originally. I've got to fix this. I ripped away my original first inscriber because I wanted to get automated inscription things to get the processors. So I tried it up there originally, doesn't work, I need to repair that. But I have moved it all the way over here, it's on its own different channel. And okay, so back from the crash now, and basically this is the setup I have. I just copied another design to essentially get it working because I was in a test world, tried about 5 different designs, I even tried one in this world. it just wasn't working. So basically, what we have here is these bottom 4 ones are the ones for the presses. So this has the silicon press in it. This one has the logic press, this one has the engineering press, and this one has the calculation press. So that makes all those have interfaces on the back, and it's fine. So these are going to import from those whenever they get finished. And then there's these export buses, which will bring a redstone, or sorry, will bring the printed silicon up here. It's also got a crafting card in here, which means it will craft. If it doesn't have any silicon press printed silicon, it will create some, so it will just make some in here, which is pretty cool. And then we also have ones on the left side, which are export buses, which are going to give redstone to this thing. So they all need a silicon, printed silicon, and a redstone. And then the interfaces at the top are patterns encoded with. This is just simply one logic processor is created with a printed logic circuit, and this is one printed calculation circuit makes a processor, and one printed engineering circuit makes an engineering processor. So it just drops those in, and it'll create one, and it'll export or import from there. And it has 7 different crafting CPUs because basically it means that all of these can be active at once. Because it's really, well, first off, it's really nice because I can just craft a lot of stuff now anyway. It'll still use these even if it's not specifically for this stuff. But basically, if I were to create something that had like a lot of each of these, let's say it needed all of these. So let's say I had a project, I needed 64 of these, 64 of these, 64 of these, and I had none of these printed silicon. So it would create 64 of those, or sorry, it would create 192 of those. 64 of those, 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 and they could all be running at the same time, so that's pretty cool. And we can just use it in conjunction with what we currently have in the system anyway. Those should not be in there, they should be up here. That's the only thing I don't like about that. And also, a couple of things I've also made. I made a few new crafting patterns, specifically or mainly. I made an encoder pattern for a block of gold and a golden apple. That's mainly for the Tinker's Construct tools, and I've also created encoding patterns for up to 64k ME storage components. Now, I just realized we came down here whilst we were waiting for this stuff, so that's probably why I was lagging so much. I just realized is because look at probably the amount of XP it's in there. So what we want to do with that XP is we actually want to do something pretty cool. So what will happen is if we go in here, we can have a look. We're getting redstone, we're getting probably spider eyes. Yep, we're also getting sticks, bottles. Yep, and what else? Glowstone, if I could spell it. Glowstone and stuff like that. Got a lot of stuff there. So what we now need to do is I'm probably going to have to get rid of the bottles, and also we probably have a load of healing potions as well. Yep, instant health, and they don't work in the potion generator, unfortunately, as we I think I tried on camera. But yeah, we're going to try and make something called a sewer, if I could spell. And the reason we're trying to create a sewer is because by doing this, it'll actually we need some clay. By using it, it will pick up the XP and it'll return it or turn it into what am I trying to say? It will turn it into mob essence, which is pretty cool. So we just need to get that sewers, and what we want is, I don't know, it would help if I spelled tank right. We could probably put it in the reinforced portable tank for now. So if I get that and a fluid duct, actually, what if I? Oh yeah, I found out this this flux duct. Which one is it? The cryo-stabilized flux duct, which has an infinite RF output, which is something I think we're going to work on. They look really cool. I was using them in the test world, and they look really cool. Except they're like trying to break them is really difficult because you can't actually see where they are. But I think that was due to me being creative. But yeah, these are actually quite good in themselves. The resonant flux ducts, 32,000 RF per tick. However, these are actually created. Sorry, these are created from the redstone energy fluid ducts, so or flux ducts. So I'm actually thinking of setting up a few recipes because it's not that bad, not that difficult to get hardened glass and electrum. I think we have electrum as a recipe already. Yeah, we do. So that should be pretty easy. Well, I think we need a server. That's another thing. We need to make server recipes as well. But I will just go with a basic servo for now. Let's do that, and then some glass. Let's just create 64 glass, you know, just have it. And then this should be fine. So we can then create a load of mob essence. I'll probably put it into railcraft tanks in the end. I think that's a better idea. Also, yeah, I don't know if I said this, but I sort of lifted this up one block because we need to put this sewer here. There we go. So hopefully, the hope is if I can get away from all the XP. XP, go! I want you to go in the sewer. So there we go. Now we need to make I think we need to make an upgrade for it. So where, because I think if we can only use one, because if you have multiple sewers next to each other or close to each other or within their range, it actually like like puts them on idle for a while. So we need, I think it's just called upgrade. Yeah. So what do we want? We want probably a tin one, just to have that because you know radius isn't going to be too much of a worry. It's only a couple of blocks away from it. But yeah. This should be a really easy way for us to now make. There we go. So it's got everything now. So what we're gonna have to do is probably. Oh, we're probably just gonna have to. Do this. So. And then we're just gonna. Oh, I wonder if you can put it in the side. Yeah, you can. Oh, so auto outputs anyway. Might be worth putting a servo on just generally. Or not. Because servo seems to have screwed it up. Okay, so, or it's just not got anything. Okay. So from that, how much do we get? 11,372. So that's what, 11 buckets? No. Yeah, 11 buckets, just over. So what I think we can do now is just put these back, back here. I think these blocks are bugging out. Oh, this place is so annoying to do anything with because it really doesn't like being nice. So yeah, let's just, bad idea. So we have a bugged block, it looks like. That's great. That'll probably despawn in about 5 minutes once that's done. So let's do that. And a cool thing we can also do is we can actually capture more witches with this machine. I'll probably try and catch one that's like at 0 hearts. And then if we do that, it'll only take like 1 hit for them to actually, because they should regen a bit. But like it should only be like 1 hit before it actually does any, like, you know, 1 or 2 hits maybe, and that'll be like the sides are a 3x3 area, I'm pretty sure, so that should be fine. It should only be like a couple of seconds in there for them to die, but that'll be pretty cool, I think, if we do that. But yeah, this will be good, especially since the hope is now that we don't just get a load of XP and stuff just around the place. What I'll do is I'll throw these in as well. Let's actually have a look. If we look at redstone, for example, and maybe glowstone, let's see how it's going up. So 566, 340. I think these are more rare drops from them. I think stuff like sticks are probably more common. But let's see. Gonna happen at all? There we go, we got a bit. So that shows that that's going through. And there's no zombies there, it's a surprise. But yeah, what I think I'm going to do actually is I wanted to create a few more patterns, I think, for the end of this episode. But components, that's what I want. Now, we have a 64k ME storage command. I thought it'd be pretty cool to try and get like up to the 100 or 16,384k storage cells, because imagine if we just had like 10 of those or 20 of those here. That would be pretty cool. We wouldn't have to really worry about space. We'd only have to worry about different items, which is something we can sort out. I want to sort out some more deep storage units. Actually, I've got the one down here, so that's fine. But yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool if we had this one, and we should be able to just craft it or make a pattern, because we already have one 60k, 64k thing in here. So what do we need? A logic press and engineering processor. These are the sort of times where I'm happy I have multiple of these. So there we go. I think it's there. And this one shouldn't take too long. Hopefully. I think I haven't got any acceleration cards in this one. Maybe. Oh. And there we go. So we have a 256. And let's actually just make one of those, I think. We'll have to anyway. But we are missing quartz and we are missing Certus quartz. Huh. Or if we just do quartz. Let's see if there's any good ways of sort of getting quartz and because I know the best way to get it is to put it in an enrichment chamber, but at the same time I don't think I've got. I don't know if I've got any spare interfaces. I need to clear these out. That's a storage bus. That's a capacity card. Maybe we can make an interface. So we want to make this one. For that we need. Actually, I can make one. I can make a few actually. Or two. Two's a few, I suppose. But enrichment chamber is what we want. And this will just be a test for us, I think. Like, we can sort out a better system later. But if we just do Fluix cable coming from over here, it should just go on, right? Yep, online. Then we need to create a pattern. Oh, we have patterns, don't we? They're here. We need quartz there, and that will create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do that. Put that there, and I think we need to see. So it's going to output the bottom. That's fine. We don't need to worry about those. And I think I just want to put inputters up there. But yeah, we are going to let's make 64 quartz then. See if this is doable. Okay, so it's doing it. Now the question is, I'm actually thinking of changing this up to have a dense cable coming out of here and having an interface behind everything, and it outputs to the interface, or under everything, it just outputs to the interface. I think that might be a lot easier for us, because then it's just, a lot simpler. It'll be pretty much instant compared to having to wait forever. And then same with Certus quartz. I want to. What's the best way of getting that stuff? I'm assuming it's the same. We want Certus quartz and. Okay, so we need 2 of these. So we need to throw this into an enrichment chamber. So we need 2 of those. Yeah. So we want to throw 1 in there. And we want Certus quartz dust, 4 of it. And we want 1 going into 1 in there. So that and that. So the hope is now, let's find the 256k thing. Do we have everything to craft it? Yes, we do. It's probably going to take forever though. Actually, I also want to check. Let's get some bread out, or toast. We need to get some better food, I think. We need to check if everything in here actually has its acceleration cards. No, they don't. I forgot to do these bottom few. Okay, so what we need, 9 acceleration cards. I think I just made acceleration. I think I just made a load of these for that sake. And then we want to just do fluids. Do that. Just have a load of acceleration cards free. And we want to throw them in there. I thought that one was a bit slower than the other one. Which shouldn't have been too much slower, but let's just have a look. You can see it's doing fairly well. Where is it? Is it crafting in here? Oh no, it's crafting in here. So we actually have a nice little area for upgrades now. You can actually see it supports upgrades, and it supports energy and speed upgrades, as it says. We have 8 out of 8 in here and 8 out of 8 in here, so we have got the max. Wish I could do a bit better, but yeah, it's 10 times multiplier essentially, and you know, it's kind of good, but sometimes I wish we could go a bit faster. Would be nice, because this is gonna take a long time. Okie dokie. So, we have now crafted our 256k ME storage thing. So let's try and make a 1024k thing. It's I don't know. I think as soon as I got this stuff automated, it became 10 times easier. Because before, like, you know, some of these stuff, like, especially these, like, for example, the 16k, you require quartz, glass, glowstone, engineering processor, and the 4k, or 3 of the previous one. So it's not that bad. But these ones don't even require the quartz glass, just the logic processor. So essentially, because I've gone and automated that whole system, it kind of becomes easier, even though I've automated quartz glass. Or at least, in my opinion, it looks cheaper. I don't know why. But yeah, we only require 3 of these. And look at them. They look so cool. They're just slowly and slowly getting more spherical and full. But yeah, we're gonna have 3 of these, a logic processor and an engineering processor. Should hopefully yeah, I think it's the wrong way around. Have that, craft, and craft it down here. So how many? One, two. There's 8 of them, right? Yeah. So we'll have 1 spare. That's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah. Let's go create an 1024. Okay. Do we have enough? We have enough. So I'm gonna go do that. That's gonna be crafting in the background, and having a look at the redstone there, I just realized this thing is still running. It's probably full. Yeah. I mean full in multiple ways. I mean, look at that experience. We need a better tank. So we could actually do extra cells. That might be a thing that we do. Okay, yay. Come on. Come on, game, come on. There we go. So yeah, that's great now. So yeah, what we could actually do is we can have not equivalent exchange. Trying to think of it, trying to think of the name. Extra cells, that was the one. I even said it a couple of minutes ago, or a couple of seconds ago. Yeah, we could have extra cells. Why is it? I think it's all the animations here that are causing it to basically crash. Yeah. So we have portable tanks there. They hold 14 buckets. God damn it. Why are you doing this? Come on. Maybe I should stop using the scroll wheel, that might be a problem. I don't know though. I think it's just kind of like animation liquids and such. But come on. There we go. See? Just have to wait. So I think maybe we'll move on to steel tanks eventually. However, definitely for now, I think maybe going with maybe a resonant portable tank. We need Enderium for that though, and I don't have any Ender pearls, so yeah, that's great. So I don't know then. What can hold a lot? Maybe we can do an iron tank. Huh. Oh, wrong. Oh. Maybe we can do an iron tank. So iron tank. So what do we need? We need to make it out of the iron plates, and we get the iron plates from the rolling machine. So rolling machine should be pretty easy. And let's just throw it here. Should hopefully get power. Yep. And then we just need iron. So I think it's just 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just get a stack of the stuff. Do this. I don't know if there's a way of like speeding it up. I don't know if me doing that speeds it up or anything like that. But you know, how long is? Oh my god, this is going to be making so much stuff. All right, so while we're here, let's do some background stuff. Let's have a look at how many ores we have. I should probably set up recipes for these actually. Either that, or I should just have an export node like on the left side of here or on the right side that just sort of input, like gets them sent to it just generally, like makes it just send every nether ore there. So you know that could be a thing that we do, but I'll leave that for now. I want to see just how many. I thought that was diamonds now. I thought we had 900 diamonds. What even is that ore? That's mana infused ore, right? Yeah. Don't really have a use for it. 24 shiny ore and then 2 platinum, so that's an extra 6 that we can get if we use cinnabar. Speaking of what, cinnabar, 46, and let's actually pulverize this redstone. Now I've noticed, or I remembered recently, we have augments in here which are the speed augments. However, it oh, actually no, it doesn't do what I thought it would. It at least used to lower the chance of you getting a secondary output. Doesn't seem to do that anymore, which is great. Great. But this rolling machine, yep. Iron tank walls. And how do we get the iron tank? These ones. Glass panes as well. So I don't know if we have a glass pane recipe. No, we don't. Where's that? Where did that 64 glass go to that I wanted to create? Either way, we'll just craft up that. We can make some panes out of it, whatever, and all will be good. And then we can have a nice. I think we need an iron tank valve as well. Yeah. How do we? We need a lever as well. So that's gonna be great. Let's just go to 48. I think that'll be more than enough for what we want. We'll make like a small scale thing for now. Don't need to worry too much about the way everything is. Let's just don't need to worry too much about like what we're holding in it, as long as we don't like get rid of it, essentially, or at least in my opinion. Might be best for us to put it through a tesseract though. Either that or make some more fluid ducts, so we can. Let's actually make a lot more fluid ducts. Oh, so we want some hardened fluid ducts. So obsidian. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lead, we want 2. Throw that in there. Oh, and then yeah. So obsidian, dust, whatever it is. Throw it in the induction smelter. I think -2. Yeah. So that 2 needs to be used somewhere. And then hardened glass. And hopefully that's enough. If not, I'll have to go make some more. But basically, what we're going to do now is that stuff needs to despawn, which is great. And what we'll do is go in from the side. Actually, what if we build the tank here? That might be cool. So let's just do this quickly. Come on. There we are. And let's just go under here. Hopefully find... Yeah, we do. Found it. Good. Okay. So, I don't know what... So you can make it... we could probably make it 5... Oh, maybe, what, 5 by 5? 5 by 5 by 7, let's say. So, actually, you have to do it diameter, weirdly. So you have to have it odd diameter. So if it was maybe even, it might have been better. But let's maybe just do 5 by 5. So have this 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's actually get our nice hammer out for this. 3, 4, 5. Dig down 1. And then we can change this for a steel tank in the future as well. That's going to be perfectly fine. And I'll probably move it anyway. It's probably not going to stay here. Just because that's just probably just not something I'll do. And then we can just quickly have this going into here. Oh, God damn it. Makes it a lot easier actually that we don't have to go diagonal. So yeah, it's going to go in there, and as we build it, or when we build it, it's just going to go straight in. So that's great. Don't need to worry about windows on any sides except the front. And I think, as I said, we're going to have it 7 up. So this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 is up here. So let's get the hammer out. That's the bread, or toast. I keep on calling it bread. It's made from bread, but it's not actually bread. So just do this. Ooh, nice copper oreberry bush. Is it copper? Yeah, copper. I'm actually thinking of making a farm for one of those recently. Specifically more with iron ones than any else, but do that. So here we go. Oh. So we're going to need a lot more of this iron tank wall tank stuff, I think. Actually, might not be too bad. I mean, most part it's done now. So we should have enough. 2, 3 there. And then, if the conveyor belts aren't the most annoying thing in the world, do this. And the hope is... Or do you have to have it going for the top? I'm pretty sure. Maybe you have to have it go to the top. Or maybe you have to have just one of these at the top anyway. Not sure. Let's try both. So let's just do this first. No. But the good thing about this is you can see just this this fairly small one has will hold 2,800 what's the name? 2,800 buckets. So what we want to do is have this, wait a minute, that maybe. Let's swap these around. Let's throw all this stuff in here. And if we add inventory tweaks, it'll be a lot nicer, but I keep on forgetting to install it, as I've said. So yeah, we want it going around the back of here. And into this valve here. Because it seems to, I think it just only exports out the bottom. That'll probably be a thing. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. But yes, let's do this then. And want to do that, and then that, and we can see it's now filling up, going up fairly quickly. As you can see, 2,800,000. That's 2,800 buckets of the stuff that we can have. Once this obviously hasn't despawned, that'll be great. If all the stuff didn't despawn, sorry, it would be great. And what we can do now is just first off look at our redstone situation, not that bad. See how much we're doing with this. So this is currently just in the middle of crafting all the logic processes. Actually, no, it's crafting those. It's also crafting the calculation processes and also crafting the certus quartz. So I think it's doing the certus quartz now, and then it's every time that these get enough, it makes one of these. That's kind of, I think, the thing. Maybe, not sure. But yeah, these guys should now be doing this, and we can have a look every so often at this. So what I'll do is I'm going to end off now. I will just go and make the ME storage component. I will go all the way up to a 16k, 1,600 or 16,384k ME storage component. I'll go and make all the recipes for that and stuff. Just going to sort out a few more things. I need to sort out cabling. I need to sort out visual issues and stuff like tesseracts and all that, ender pearls, etc., etc. So I'm going to go do all that. One thing we actually maybe do is use the because we have all this essence now, or we will be getting all this essence, we might be able to set up some auto spawners with some captured mobs if we need anything sort of specific. So that might be quite cool. I'll have to have a look and see if there's anything I really want. I don't know if there's a way you can maybe get Endermen that can't teleport due to like in that way. I think there's a way that you can stop Endermen teleporting with a certain sword or something like that. It might not be in this mod pack. I'm not sure. I'll have to have a look into it. But yeah, I'm just going to let this run, probably fill up with this, and as I said, I'll probably switch it out to steel. I'll probably move it as well. I think I said in the previous episode I'm probably going to dig down a few more blocks, probably about 10 more blocks from there, and have that as the tank area. And actually one thing I just want to end on, because when I was building this, I noticed, or the thing up there, I noticed this Aether portal is extremely loud, and as you may be able to notice, I've turned off the sound for it. And just before I leave, I just want to say that this is like the weirdest thing ever, because you would expect this to maybe be under blocks or ambient environment. No, it's under friendly creatures. If I do this, you can hear it. If I turn off friendly creatures, you can't hear it. I'm really confused about why that is, but for some reason the Aether portal is a friendly creature. Apparently. But yeah, I'm going to go sort out all the stuff, cover up these things a bit better, sort out some more auto crafting, probably set up a few more molecular assemblers probably up here, and sort out wiring as I said. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, hope you enjoyed. I will see you on Friday with some Communicraft. So yeah, thanks for watching and bye bye.